Yeah. Yeah. To my word, I am trying to not go through the lessons so that we cut out like most of the boring stuff. Get to the meats. So we're just gonna watch, these are like the couple of slides before the announcement. Then we jump right in to this mathematics.
Evaluate the expression by substitution and
get this music going.
To evaluate. Let's look at our key concepts. Steps to translate and evaluate real-world situations. Step 1. Write an expression that models the situation using variables and unknown numbers. Step 2. Evaluate the expression by substitution and by using the order of operations. Let's look at the sample problem here on the right side of the slide. Evaluate this expression when x is equal to 4. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 5, 6. X's value is 4 minus 1/3. Well, I'm using order
Eric
of
said
operations. We need to multiply.
Eric said I gotta
So
have
5,
music
6
playing.
times 4 would end up being
Ooh, this is a good one.
26. And that's minus 1/3.
I hope that's loud
In order
enough.
to subtract, we need
But
a
not
common
too loud.
denominator. So we'll have 26 minus 26, which equals 18/6.
Skipping most of the boring stuff. Right into the assignments and the quiz.
Now we've evaluated this expression.
Just so you guys know.
X is equal to 4. This is our look at our key concepts.
Don't leave. Stay.
You can describe real-world situations, such as the amount of money in a bank account over time, using expressions.
Alright, so just gonna review like some stuff, right? So Mason opens his account by making a 165 deposit, right? So that's a one-time that's a one-time thing. So we're not gonna have a variable next to it. It's a one-time, so it's not ongoing. So we need this one or this one or this one. And then it says every week. So that's recurring. So we want to make sure we have a variable next to 20.5. So we have it here, we don't have it here. And also, if he's depositing, is he giving himself money or is he losing money? Yeah, I think he's definitely giving himself money. So that's how you do those.
When you evaluate this expression,
Alright, when you evaluate expressions, right, they give us the same information, but then they say, in the account after X weeks, blah, blah, they give you a formula. They say after 10 weeks. So what you do is just take your 10 weeks and you're going to just insert it into the formula. Trying to bring the pen out. Let's get a full screen snip. So all you do is you just take your 10 and put it right into the formula, so you get 165, and there goes my bad handwriting is back. Plus, and then anything times 10, remember, is just take this decimal and move it. So we got 20500. So that's 5801. Decimal 1. I think that's a 6, 7, 3. So we had $370.85. $370.85. Yes.
analyze Myra's evaluation of the expression when x equals 2 1/10. What error did Myra make?
Alright, Myra. She took the 2.1, she put it in for her x. You see that? 2.1 right there. Negative looks good, the positive looks good. Okay. Alright, so here's the problem. What's our PEMDAS tell us? Does it tell us to add this first? Or does it tell us to multiply this first? PEMDAS, M and D come before A, right? So you want to make sure that we multiply this before we add this. So basically, nope, that's 31 and 21, or 2 and 1, that doesn't make sense. This one right here, right? She should have multiplied 4, applied 5, and 2.1 first. Just double checking these other ones now.
Write an expression for this situation and then evaluate it.
Whew. They try to make me do some work up in her. Okay. Why? Alright, Daniel's tennis team made $582.85 from running the concession stand at a basketball game. The food and drinks cost the team $64. What expression would model the amount of money each player would receive if the money is divided equally? Well, okay, they don't tell us how many people are on a basketball team. So, if they made $582.85, how much did their stuff cost them, right? $64. Alright, and then we gotta divide it evenly between the basketball players, right? But we don't know what that is. So I'm just gonna use a B because I like to do what the problem says before looking at the question most times. Because I just think it helps me do it right. Maybe not to cheat the learning. Alright. So, right, see 582 minus 64 times P? No. 582.85 plus 64. Plus 64? No, that wasn't part of our profit. 582.85 minus 64, good, divided by the P players. Alright, how much would each player receive? Okay, so then we just have to take our formula and go a step further. So, we're just going to take P equals 8 and throw it in there. Let me change my... There you go, look at that, bam. So, first step, and the cool thing about this is that if you're following PEMDAS, you would divide first, right? But when you have a division sign, a fraction sign, it kind of puts the top part, or you can think about it putting the top part in these parentheses. So we're actually going to do this part first. 582.85 minus 64. Alright, we put zeros here. 8 point, and then let me borrow 8, 52 minus, 7 minus 6, 1 and 5. See, that's where the bad handwriting gets you. Alright, then we have 518.85 divided by 8, right? I don't know if I have enough room up here. Put this down here. And then, let's see, 6 would give me 48. 3, 8. 5. Oh. 4 would give you 32. 6. Decimal. Down comes 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 4. 5. Another 5. So either I did my math wrong or it's 64, 85. Oh my god. Look at that. Gangsta.
Use your knowledge of algebraic expressions to evaluate the expression shown.
Alright, Larry's pet store made $30 before a pipe burst and he had to close early to get it fixed. He realized that he lost $0.75 each hour that the store was closed. That's not bad if you think about it. If you have a business and you only lose 75 cents an hour that the store is closed, Interesting. If the expression, if the expression that models this situation is 30 minus 3/4 x, what is Larry's profit if the store was closed 8 hours? All right. These are awesome. I mean, because, you know, basically what we're dealing with is just algebra at this point. And they could be, I don't know, I just prefer algebra to adding, you know, long decimals or doing long division. Alright, so again, when you do algebra, just start, or when you're just inputting things, just start with what you, their formula. Oh, and since I'm at it, we could do a trick today. Alright, and so they want you to evaluate this for closing for 8 hours, so basically if x equals 8, so just rewrite the equation, or, you know, the expression, and now stick 8 in there for x. And now what I want you to look at is this right here, because in algebra and higher levels especially, we start to understand things like this. What's 8 divided by 4? 2, right? So this whole thing is going to 2. So watch how I rewrite this. 30 minus, this is gone, right? The 3 is there, times what? The 2. See what I did there? 8 divided by 4 is 2. And the 3 is there, so it's still the same. So what is 3 times 2? And what is 30 minus 6? So this should be 24. Yeah.
Gara made a mistake while trying to evaluate an algebraic expression. Can you help find her mistake and then fix it?
I would go Gyra, but it's Gara. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool name, but Gyra. Well, let's see. 3.8 is good. The negative 7.5 is in. Oh, let's see. 6 is there. Why is there a negative 7.5 here when there's no x there? So mistake is Gara. And then they want us to find the correct answer. Alright, so I'm going to skip some steps and write down everything they did except the correct way. And then what is this? What is negative? Ooh, we didn't give us a calculator. 8th grade? They give calculators to the 8th grade. You guys should, you know, maybe call the 8th grade about that. Or the people that make this stuff. Negatives times negatives are positive. I'm just going to write a positive down there. But this is multiply 0, 4, 15, 19, 56, 21, 26, 0, 5, 1, 7, 2. And there's decimals there, right? So boom, boom. 27.5. Alright, so we got positive 27.5. Why do they have 28.5? Let's see, hold on. 15, 19, cool. 6 with a 5, 21, 26. Alright, I'm cheating right now. I'm double checking my work on the calculator. Alright, so let me do this again. 3.8 times 7.5. It is 28. Where am I missing something? Alright, for the interest of this, I'm going to go ahead, but this is not 27, it's 28. If you know my mistake, put it in the comments! Alright, back up here. 28.5 plus 6, that would be 34.5. Alright, so we'll yeah, that was a problem. Yeah, that is correct. She subtracted incorrectly. I don't think so. 45 minus 28.5 is no, that's good. Oh, she substituted incorrectly. Yeah, of course. The correct, yeah.
How many blankets could Daniel make with 15 yards of fabric?
Daniel has 50 yards of fabric to make baby blankets. He takes 1.5 yards of fabric to make each blanket. And the expression of model situation is 15 minus 3.5 y. Isn't there a better way to do that? Which of the following are possible numbers of blankets that Daniel could make? Select all that apply. Oh, okay, well, this sounds tricky, but basically you want to find the most amount of blankets he can make, and then just go take all the lower pieces. I would do this problem a little differently, and I guess I mean, let's just think about this logically. If you have 15 biscuits and you have 3.5 friends, how many biscuits does each friend get, right? Isn't that right? So 15 divided by 3.5 is going to be the same thing as, and which this is kind of funny. 15 divided by 3.5 equals 15 minus 3.5 y. Just FYI. Okay. So, shoot. What would their way be? How about this? I'm gonna go 15 divided by 3 halves, and we keep change flip. What's 15 divided by 3? 5 times 2. So you have 15 divided by 3 is 5. And so we change those two to just 1, 5, and then we keep the 2. 5 to 2 is 10. So he can make 10 and 9. He can't make that. I guess what we were supposed to do is we're supposed to take their numbers and put them in there. But that's, I would call that lazy. Or not lazy, maybe not precise. There's a better way to do things. How about that?
Determine the amount of money Lisa makes after paying her health insurance for the week.
Lisa makes $23.50 an hour. Not a bad job. And every week she pays $25 to health insurance. How much money did Lisa make if she worked 35.8 hours? Cool. Right on. We got this. It's not bad. Because obviously if you work a number of hours, you get paid, right? So let's just start with what we know. We know that she makes $23.50 an hour, and every week she pays $25, right? Equals pay, or we'll put take home, even though not a very big deal. All right, now how many hours did you work? She works 35.8. So we want to rewrite this equation as 23.5. And they ate, right? How many hours? She worked 35.8. And then we have to take away her $25. So then we have to figure out what this 23.5 times 35.8 is. I think I'm taking too long with this. I'm making... let's see, 35.8 times 23.5. I said something about this earlier, right? Doing these long multiplication division problems. 40, 25, 29, 15, 17, 24, what is that? 15, 16, 17, 9, 10. Alright, 16, 10, 11, 6, 7, 0, 3, 1, 1, 21, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2 decimal spots, 8, 41. So this equals 8, 41. Look. Oh, all right. Now, kind of cool. Look how they're trying to get me to pick this one, right? Yeah, we have to subtract our 25 first. And that's obviously going to leave us with 816. So 816.3.
Can you evaluate this expression for each of the given x values?
All right. Again, and you know what? I think they did this on purpose so they knew they would want me as master of mathematics to teach you that trick today. Right? Because what do they want? Evaluate for 12. X equals 12, right? So negative 5 over 6 times 12 plus 7 equals something. And then what do you see right here? Right, negative 5 times 2. See that? 12 divided by 6 is 2. Plus 7. Negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. Plus 7. Negative 10 plus 7 is 3. I like this. It's the only one that looks weird. You'd be like, I don't even, that's not the answer. It looks weird.
Can you evaluate this expression for the given x value?
Look, they trying to put some okie dokes. They get okie doke all day, but I got tricks for everything, man. I got tricks for everything. Alright, same equation, plus 7, right? And now they want us to do negative 5 over 6 times 9 plus 7. But if you look right here, what do you see right here? What do you see right here? Well, we can divide both by 3. So what you could do is negative 5. What's 6 divided by 3? Deuce. And what's 9 divided by 3? 3 plus 7. Right, times. And now what is negative 5 times 3? Negative 15 over 2 plus 7. And then what is negative 15 over 2? Or, looking at our answers, you see our answers are all fractions? Well, probably what you want to do is convert this to a fraction. So negative 15 over 2 is plus 7 over 1 equals something. And then we would have to, what do we have to do to 1 to make it look like 2? Times 2 times 2. So negative 15 over 2 plus, what's 7 times 2? What's 2 times 1? And now, for the end of our day, well, the end of our assignment, what's negative 15 plus 14? Negative 1. What's, and then what do we do here? We keep that the same. And look at that. Alright, it is quiz time, hopefully. Alright, Kari bought 3 boxes of cookies to share with Book Club. Each box contains 12 cookies. The expression 36 over P represents the number of cookies that each person P can have if the cookies are divided equally. Which expressions are correct? Well, if we divide 36 by 5, right, that would be 7 with 1 left over, right? Because 7... wrong. If you divide 36 by 5, you get 5 cookies, right? And 36 minus 35 is 1. So there's 1 left over. 36 divided by 8 is 3, right? Right? 3, 30. No, it's 4. 32. 36 minus 32 is 4, so no. If this P were 10, it would be 30. I'm sorry, oops. It'd be 3 cookies, right? Because we go 3 times, or 10, be 30. 36 minus 30 is 6. 3 remainder 6. This checks out. And then what would be 3 times 11? So I'm like switching it up here. I'm learning as I'm going. What would be 3 times 11? 33, right? What is 36 minus 33? And just to see it here would be 3 remainder 3. So that fits too. Make sure I didn't mess anything up. 32, 35, and then 30 would be 7 cookies. 36 divided by 5 is definitely 7. Suppose that P partners equally share the profits from a sale of $3,600. Which algebraic expression represents? Well, okay, so whenever when you have something and you share it equally, that is called a division problem. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. A florist has to pay $7.50 each time. So algebra's coming up. Time to get real. Time to get real, folks. So I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to do like 75x. Every time a customer chooses a competitor, I like how they do this a lot in this ingenuity. They word things like this. Which expression shows the amount that the florist earns if P people use a competitor for delivery, and the company makes $320 before any payment is made to their competitors? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, what do they start with, right? They start with 320. And then if someone chooses someone else, they lose $7.50 per person. Let me look at that one again. Start with 320, lose $7.50 a person. Alright, yeah, I like that one. Sierra's ice cream shop made $45 before she had to close early when the power went out. She realized that she lost 2/3 of $1 each hour when the shop was closed. The expression that models this is 45 2/3. What was Sierra's profit if the shop was closed for 6 hours? It's getting real, folks. Alright, so $45, right? Minus 2/3. And then how long was her shop closed? 6 hours, as the French would say. Now, what do you see right here? This is 45 minus 2 times 2, right? Because 6 divided by 3 is 2. 45 minus 4 equals 41 ducats. That's not bad. I still say it's good. Man, she has a good shop. I mean, how many hours a day could her shop be open? We'll look that up later. A new parking lot is being built for a medical office. The expression representing the number of parking spots in the new lot is this awesomeness, where X represents the number of parking spots in the first row. It's pretty cool. How many spots are in the parking lot if there are 32 parking spots in the first row? I mean, this formula acts like the parking lot changes. Like we're gonna come to work tomorrow, there's gonna be less or more parking spaces. Well, they gave us a formula and they gave us 32 spots. So we just put that right in there for X. Divide by 4. Subtract 9 equals I guess S sub T. I don't know where to put that. Alright, once again, what do I see right here? So let's go 15 times 8 minus 9. 120 minus 9 equals 111. Oh, they're taking it old school, baby. What are the coefficients? Well, remember, coefficients are the numbers in front of variables. So here's 1. Here's 7 over 9 right here. And is that a positive 6 or a negative 6? That's a positive. Here we go. 7/9 and a positive 6. That is not a coefficient. That is a constant. A soccer team made. Let me pull up my gadget here. A soccer team made $575 $75 for selling popcorn at a concession stand during a tournament. The popcorn cost the team $65. What is the amount of money earned for each player if the profit is divided equally among 15 players? Round to the nearest cent. Okay, that last problem didn't have that, huh? Alright, just like last time. Just start out with the total made. Subtract the costs. Right? And then we want to divide it by 15. Now, we can't, there probably is right here, but when there's an operation like subtract, you can't do that trick I was. I'm gonna go players, P sub S for player share. But we just need to follow our order operations here. What is 575.75 minus 65? Make sure you line things up in the proper area. 57 dot. Alright, we had a borrow here. That brings us to ooh, my bad. My ugly handwriting. That looked like an 8 to me, but that's not. That's a 5. 1 and 5, 1. So 5, 10, and 75. And now we need to divide by 15. So 5, 1.75 divided by 15, so 3. And hold on, alert. I don't have to do anything else because my answer starts with 3. Just to show you again, my answer starts with 3. The only answer over here that starts with 3 is this one. Kiko. Sold 3 less. All right, I like this one. Kiko sold 3 less than 3/4 of his sister's sales. Kiko sold 3 less than 3. Okay, which expression represents what Kiko sold? So why do I like this one so much? Because this one makes you pay attention, don't mess up, and it's kind of easy if you just pay attention, don't mess up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write it as I go. Kiko sold 3 less. Okay, so am I going to write 3 minus or 3/4 minus 3? We don't know yet. How about we leave them both up there? Of his sister's sales. So look, we got to add on S. Which expression represents what Kiko sold? So Kiko sold 3 less than 3/4 of his sister's sales. Well, remember, the subtraction algebra to, what do you call it, verbal to algebra is a little confusing. Even though they mentioned it first, you have to listen to the words, and since Kiko sold 3 less than, we're actually going to go with this second option. Because you ask yourself, what did he sell 3 less than of, and you need something to subtract from. Make sense? 3/4, and this word of means multiply. That's why we put that of his sister's sales, this S. Okay, so, we wrote it. That was it. That was a problem. So we're looking at 3/4 variable minus 3. I mean, I like that one. What if it's that one? It would be crazy. This year, Carlos planted 6 more than 1/3. Okay, once again, the easy but hard. The easy but hard. Carlos planted 6 more than 1/3 of the cucumber plants he planted last year. How many cucumber plants did he plant this year if last year he planted 12 plants? I swear they worded this stuff to confuse you. Alright, so look. Just like last problem. Carlos planted 6 more than 1/3 of last year. I guess I'll put a Y. So if last year he planted 12, what did he plant this year? So, right? So, what do you notice right here? Good, that this turns into 1 times 4, because 12 divided by 3 is 4. All my 4s have the little thing right there. Plus 6, so what's 1 times 4? And then what's 4 plus 6 is 10. Be careful, pay attention. Don't be afraid to use your tools. Shalina uses the expression 3x to determine the cost of X notebooks. What is the cost of 24 notebooks? Oh my goodness. When you're stressing out in the test and they give you a softball like that. Well, 3x is the formula. And they just basically said if x equals 24. So just come down here. I'm sorry, let's stick to protocol. This would then be 3 times 24 equals $ notebook. So what is 3 times 24? Well, I mean, it's 72, but why not just make sure we get it right? Because we love to get 100%. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6, and plus 1 is 72. And they have 72. And that is 100%, folks. See ya tomorrow. Or I might do another lesson today, depending on my feelings.